flat on the back. Ooh, taking a second to lay out. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. So even though we're going to work a little bit hard today on the mat, we're going to just set an intention here to always move with grace, with ease, to find what feels good, and to be with the breath. So just take a couple seconds here on your own to just check in with the breath, check in with the body. You can even pause the video here and really take a couple seconds and just let the day go, let the to-do list go, and commit this time to yourself and your practice. Then begin to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingertips. Maybe open the mouth, the jaw nice and wide. Lick the lips, lick your chops. Begin to point and flex the feet. Notice that ripple effect. Opening and closing the palms. Choosing to have a full body experience here as we work out on the mat. So I like to think of yoga as an opportunity to spin the plates mindfully. We're often asked to spin so many plates in our daily life. So here we get to do it mindfully, practice doing it mindfully. Inhale, reach the fingertips up and overhead. Nothing fancy here, just a full body stretch. Notice I've walked my heels in to be in line with my hip points here. As I stretch it out, take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, float it down. Hug your knees up to your chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. Tuck the chin into the chest, lengthen through the back of the neck. Take a couple seconds here, why not, to rock a little side to side. Then cross your right ankle over your left, grab onto the outer edges of the feet, always mindful of the knees here. As we inhale in and exhale, rock it up. You can rock it a couple times. Now if that feels good, I'm going to come to a nice, easy cross-legged position here. Now this might not be easy for you, so go ahead and take a couple seconds to find ease. So rather than it being easy, we come into a place of ease as we inhale, rolling up through the top of the head, the crown of the head here, maybe looping the shoulders a couple times. And then we inhale, draw the palms together at the heart. Inhale, lift the sternum to the thumbs. Find that dual action, tops of the thighs draw down as I lift up through my heart. Same thing, I'm extending through the crown of the head, but grounding down through the shoulder blades, tagging a little weight in the elbows. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, interlace the fingertips, press the palms forward, up, and back. Climbing up through the side body here, inhale in, and exhale, break free. Fingertips float down and away. A couple more like this. Now, a couple of notes here. The lower body is going to want to kind of come up here. Keep grounding through the lower body. So remember, your foundation is everything here, building from the ground up. So even the outer edges of my feet here have a brightness. Tops of the thighs draw down. And we come to prayer. Namaste. Inhale in, sternum lifts to thumbs. Taking it nice and slow here in the beginning. We interlace on the exhale. And inhale in again, reach it up, forward, up, and back. Lots of space between the ears and the shoulders here, so crawl the shoulders away from the ears. We can begin to draw the hands away, or if the shoulders are really tight, you can keep a nice diagonal line here, no problem. So we're really establishing that we're here to notice the sensations, not to master the art of yoga. That's actually a trick question there, because the art of yoga is really being in touch with those sensations. Take a deep breath in. This time we can draw a line with the nose. Look up. Careful not to crunch the back of the neck. On an exhale, float the fingertips down. Opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Inhale, grounding through the tops of the thighs. This town's gonna do some yoga. This time jumping right in. Inhale, reaching forward, up, and back. Exhale, float it down. Great, nice and easy here. Fingertips come to the sides. We draw a couple circles with the nose here. Round and round. Notice how I'm letting my mouth stay open here so I'm not clenching. My teeth are in my jaw. Nice and soft. Reverse your circle if you haven't already. Work out the keys, just noticing the sensations here. And then I draw the palms back together at the heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it out through the mouth. Great. Interlace. Inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, floating the fingertips down. And now spreading the palms, we dive forward onto all fours. Okay, so diving into all fours here. Right away, I'm going to spread my palms nice and wide. Walk my wrists underneath my shoulders here, finding a comfortable base, and then walking my knees underneath my hip points. Pressing into the tops of the feet as well here, I'm going to take my gaze straight down between my index fingers. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, press up and out of the palms, that hand-to-earth connection here, Hasta Bandha. Draw the tops of the shoulders away from the ears, elbow creases shine towards the front of the mat. Now I'm even going to press into the tops of my feet here, and broaden through the back of the neck. This is the journey here, tucking the chin into the chest and rolling up tall. Taking a deep breath in as you do so, and then exhale, imagining your heart moving towards the ears, spreading the palms nice and wide, elbows underneath the shoulders. Again, pressing into my foundation by pressing into the pubic bone, pressing into the tops of the feet. Walk my wrists underneath my shoulders here, finding a comfortable base, and then walking my knees underneath my hip points. Pressing into the tops of the feet as well here, I'm going to take my gaze straight down between my index fingers. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, press up and out of the palms, that hand-to-earth connection here, Hasta Bandha. Draw the tops of the shoulders away from the ears, elbow creases shine towards the front of the mat. Now I'm even going to press into the tops of my feet here, and broaden through the back of the neck. So gaze is straight down, I'm extending through the crown of the head here. Now I'm not sinking into my bones here, but I'm pressing up and out of my foundation again, building everything from the ground up. Now I'm going to check in with my center. I'm going to light the spine in my belly, and I'm going to think about my core as this channel from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. So I'm not going to let my lower belly draw down. I'm going to draw my navel up, nice and long in the lower back. And I'm not going to collapse into my shoulders here, but I'm going to press up and out of my foundation. Now you might begin to feel a little bit of fussiness in the wrists if you haven't worked like this in a while or ever. So I really, really encourage you to check in with the sensations from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone, to press up and out of the palms. This is going to help us in our standing postures. And when things start to get a little heated, we'll have integrity in the practice. So to check in with that sensation furthermore, I'm going to inhale in, exhale, press into my palms, press into the tops of the feet, and let the knees hover here. Now it's not a big hover, it's just a small hover. Tops of the shoulders drawing away from the ears, gaze straight down, navel draws up towards the spine. Now breathe here, welcome that heat, that energy, that prana flowing through the body, that shaky shake. Hold on to your integrity, and remember the neck is an extension of the spine, so keep the gaze down, crown reaching forward. One more breath in here, hang in there, and then exhale gently with ease, slowly lower down, kiss the two big toes together, bring the knees as wide as the mat, and we send it on back, extended child's pose. Here we can open the palms if that feels good, we can wiggle the fingertips if that feels great, and let the forehead rest on the mat for 3 breaths. Breathing into the lower back, maybe breathing into the belly here, letting the heart melt down on the exhale. Now on your next inhale, rather than just shooting a look up, consider drawing a line with your nose up towards the front of the mat. So we're beginning to move in this kind of integrative way. So rather than just looking up, crunching the back of the neck, I'm really milking it, finding what feels good, sending some energy back to my sit bones as I draw a line with the nose and look forward. Spread the palms, inhale, reach forward, and we come back to all fours here, walking the knees underneath the hips and wrists underneath the shoulders. Inhale in, exhale again. into all your knuckles here. Press into all 10 fingerprints. See if you can grow a little bit taller. And on an exhale with control, with ease, I slowly lower it down. This time, elbows come where the palms were as I prep for downward facing dog with a little puppy posture, walking the knees back. Fingertips are going to stay in line with the elbows here, so they're going to want to come in towards the center or out. See if you can keep them nice and in line with the elbows. Just notice as I walk the knees back and melt my heart down. If the shoulders are tight, we may only come this far. Breathing, and in time, melting it back, letting the pelvis tilt up towards the sky, and then softening that lower rib cage in. Couple of nice, long, smooth, deep breaths here. Awareness in all 10 fingerprints, nice and strong. Then inhale, integrative movement. I draw a line with the nose, slowly look forward, and shift my weight so that my heart comes just in front of my elbows here. Now, you might know where I'm headed here. I'm going to curl my toes under, keeping the elbows underneath the shoulders and the wrists in line with the elbows. I'm going to inhale in, curl the toes under, and exhale, extend through the heels. Now, the crown of the head is going to want to collapse down. Keep that neck nice and low. Tops of the shoulders are actively drawing away from the ears. I'm drawing my navel in towards my spine and my sit bones down towards my heels. Now press up and out of your foundation. Take one more deep breath in here. And then exhale with control, slowly rocking onto the knees and coming back to all fours. Last time here as we hover in tabletop, spreading the palms wide. Inhale in, exhale, we lift up nice and easy. So rather than pressing up, think about levitating. Enjoy it, right? Pressing up out of your foundation and then letting it hover. Enjoy your focus. Straight down here. Nice, soft drishti as we look straight down. Long, beautiful neck. Navel draws up. Really lengthening from crown of the head to tip of the tailbone. This is hard work, so breathe, hang in there. Lots of integrity. And on an exhale, slowly lower down. Great. Curl the toes under. Reach the fingertips forward. You can always send it back to extended child's pose instead of downward dog, no problem. Or you can come to this puppy posture, which is pretty much the same benefits as downward dog, just a little more cooling, less of an inversion. So I'm going to go up in a downward facing dog by curling my toes, spreading my palms wide. And then today I'm going to really tilt my pelvis up here and let that be what drives me up. So tailbone lifts up towards the sky, hip points lift high. Notice how I'm keeping my knees bent here at first as I just check in with the body. So you can stop looking at the video for a second here and just pedal the feet and find your dog today. Just notice the sensations here. You can close your eyes. And above all, my friends, take a nice, sweet, deep breath in. And exhale, let it out. So I'm not trying to create the perfect downward dog shape. Even here, I'm not trying to create the perfect downward dog shape for you. I'm checking in with my dog. Later on, I can work on action points of the pose, but I'm pressing up and out of my foundation. I'm just bringing a little bit of life to the body. Okie dokie, one more deep breath in here. Hang with me. And exhale, we slowly lower to our knees. Great. Come onto the fingertips. Come onto the tops of the feet. Walk your fingertips all the way up. Palms come to the tops of the thighs. Tailbone scoops under and lengthens down as I come up here on my knees. Once again, just as I did before, I'm going to draw my palms together at the heart. Inhale, lift sternum to thumbs. Exhale, and release the fingertips. Inhale, pressing into the tops of the feet for stability here. Softening the lower rib cage in, so kind of knitting those lower ribs in. So lots of integrity. And then tailbones drawing down. I'm going to interlace the fingertips and inhale, reach up. Full breath here, stretching through the side body, lifting up. And then exhale, floating the fingertips down and away. Ooh, opening the shoulders. Here we go again. Inhale, pressing forward. Up and back. Exhale, floating the fingertips away. Inhale, maybe the neck starts to get a little bit involved. Maybe the nose traces the fingertips. Exhale. this time, we inhale, open the palms wide, spread the fingertips, spiral the shoulders. So we're really getting this spiral effect here as we open the heart. Inhale, reach it up, smile. Palms come together, jai. And we'll all tuck our pelvis here, lengthening the tailbone down. And then exhale, pranam, bowing. Bowing to that which is greater here. We take a deep breath. And exhale, let it go. Draw a line with your nose. Inhale, look forward. Spread the palms. Shift your heart forward. Curl your toes under. And shimmy it on up again. Downward facing dog. Okay, so we're starting to deepen the breath here. We're starting to warm up the body. Create space from the sit bones to the heels. I'm keeping an awareness in the space between my navel and my spine as I pedal the feet here. And I'm even softening the lower rib cage here, knitting them together. Up the spine as I pedal the feet here. And I'm even softening the lower rib cage here, knitting them together. I'm going to slowly walk up towards the front edge of my mat. Taking it nice and slow, rolling through the foot. Have a little fun with it, why not? Really massaging through the foot, checking in with the sensations on the soles of the feet. As I come up to the front edge of the mat, feet either hip width apart or flush together. You decide, but nice conscious footing here. Now inhale, draw your palms to the tops of the feet, slide them all the way up to the thighs, past the shins, past the knees, all the way up to the tops of the thighs. We inhale, loop the shoulders, lift the heart, extend through the crown of the head. Sit bone to heel connection here as I just, check out where my weight is on my feet. So this is going to be different for everyone. Just check out where you are. Bring some integrity into the neck as we draw the navel up and inhale in. On an exhale, slide the palms past the knees, past the shins, back to the tops of the feet. Inhale in again, sliding the palms now to the shins. Same thing here, we loop the shoulders, no locking in the knees here, so nice and soft in the knees as I spread awareness through all four corners of the feet and lengthen the crown of the head forward. Deep breath in here, shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, slide it back down. Now bring your fingertips to the outer edges of the feet. We inhale in, knees can be soft and bent here. As we inhale in, we loop the shoulders and slowly, without locking the knees, look forward. So we have three versions here of flat back. 1, 2, and 3. And you can mix and match them throughout this practice. On the exhale, we soften and bow. And then everyone, tuck your chin into your chest, bend your knees generously, drop your sit bones, and slowly roll it up. Take your time, stack the spine. You know what to do here, to curling that tailbone in, noticing the sensations in the body as you rise up to the mountain pose. It's here where you can take a second to put your hair behind your ear. To either bring the feet flush together or spread the toes and keep them nice and hip width apart. Now, Tadasana, we inhale, lift the heart up through the shoulders, tailbone lengthens down. I draw energy up through the arches of the feet, and here I go. Inhale, spiraling the shoulders. I inhale, reach it up. Palms kissed together here, and then exhale. I'm going to soften the knees as I bend forward all the way. Uttanasana, forward fold. Now inhale, lift up to your flat back position, your version. And then exhale, soften and bow. Back up the way we came, open the palms, spiral the shoulders, bend the knees, inhale, reach it up. Palms kiss together, and we exhale back down to the heart. Just like that, you can a little bit of the spin. Inhale, moving deeply, reach it up. Exhale, diving forward, no locking of the knees here. Inhale, lift to flat. Inhale, reach it up. Palm to put your hair behind your ear. To either bring the feet flush together or spread the toes and keep them nice and hip width apart. Now, Tadasana, we inhale, lift the heart up, loop the shoulders, tailbone lengthens down. I draw energy up through the arches of the feet, and here I go. Inhale, spiraling the shoulders. I inhale, reach it up. palms kiss together here, and then exhale. I'm going to soften in the knees as I bend forward all the way. Uttanasana, forward fold. Now inhale, lift up to your flat back position, your version. And then exhale, soften and bow. Back up the way we came, open the palms, spiral the shoulders, bend the knees. Inhale, reach it up. Palms kiss together, and we exhale back down to the heart. 3 more, just like that. Picking up a little bit with speed. Inhale, moving mindfully, reach it up. Exhale, diving forward, no locking of the knees here. Inhale, lift to flat back position, your version. Find your own expression here. Be with the breath as you exhale, soften and bow. Inhale, open the palms, spiral the shoulders, reach it up. And exhale back down to the heart. Tailbone down, tucking the pelvis. So I'm going from here, which is like I love you, a bushel and a peck, to really drawing my center underneath me. So head over heart, heart over pelvis. That's what I mean by tucking in the pelvis. Get that question a lot here. Okay, one more time. Inhale, open the palms, spiral those shoulders open. Armpit chest lifts up as palms come together, and we soften the knees to bow forward. Inhale, lift up to flat back position, mix and match, your version. Inhale, extend, and exhale, soften and bow. Inhale, spiraling the shoulders, reach it up. And exhale back down to the heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, interlace the fingertips. Soften in the knees. Inhale, pressing the palms forward, up and back, just like before. And exhale, releasing the fingertips and taking it all the way down. Notice how I'm keeping the knees nice and bent here. Inhale, lifting and listening. Lifting up to a flat back position. And exhale, soften and bow. Now this time, step your right leg back into a runner's lunge. Take a couple of breaths here to just find your footing, walking those left toes and that left heel out so we're not on a tightrope. Nice wide base here. I like to work with a nice wide base as I press to my right big pinky toe. And to each his own. You might find that you need to lower this right knee here. Take your left thumb, peel that left hip crease back, and just check it out, my friends. Make sure you're breathing. Don't worry about doing it right. Just notice the sensations in the body. Your body will tell you what to do. So inhale, everyone. Loop your shoulders. Heart radiates forward. And on an exhale, plant your palms. And think about drawing your left leg all the way up. So we're working the core here. So we're not just brushing this leg back really heavy. We're pressing up and out of our foundation as we make this transition. So I press up, lift that leg, and step it back. Down dog. Pedal the feet. Breathe deep, softening that lower rib cage again. Head and neck is nice and loose. So make sure you wiggle your neck. Make sure you're not holding. Now from here, I'm going to inhale in. Exhale, come onto my tippy tip toes. And then slowly shifting forward, I'll lower my knees and come back to that tabletop position. Drawing the navel up, pressing up out of my palms. Inhale in here. Then exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in again, slowly pressing into my foundation. I'm going to extend the right toes out towards the back of my mat. Now you'll notice that the weight is going to want to shift over into the left side of the body here. But I'm going to try to keep my shoulders square, my heart lifted, my navel drawing up towards my spine. And then I'll slowly take my right toes and inhale in again, slowly pressing into my foundation. I'm going to extend the right toes out towards the back of my mat. Now you'll notice that the weight is going to want to shift over into the left side of the body here. But I'm going to try to keep my shoulders square, my heart lifted, my navel drawing up towards my spine. And then I'll slowly take my right toes and turn them towards the left side of the mat. So I'm dropping that left hip bone down here as I do that action. And then I can release the right toes back to the mat. So it doesn't have to be so high. I want to keep my hip bones level here. And remember, we can always adjust our hands, adjust our feet. Empower yourselves to really be the director here, to notice the sensations and make adjustments, explore, be expressive based on those sensations. So when we're really listening to the body, we're really doing it right. Inhale in, exhale, draw everything in towards center, carve a line with your right knee, and draw your nose to your knee, press up. Navel draws up towards the heavens, pressing into the palms. 2 more of these. Inhale, nice and slow. Notice my gaze is straight down here, dropping that hip bone, pressing up and out of the palms. On an exhale, nose to knee. One more, inhale, extend, tops of the shoulders drawing away from the ears. And exhale, carving a line with my knee, nose to knee. Great. Inhale, last time, extend out this time. I'm going to press into my right palm, draw my navel up, and then reach the left fingertips towards the front of the mat. So right toes back, left fingertips forward. I'm pressing up and out of my foundation to keep my shoulders level, my hip points level. Lots of hard work here. Inhale in, and then exhale. Find the ease with control or release it back down. Great. Take a second if you need to roll your wrists or take a breath or two in extended child's pose. And then we come back to all fours, spreading the palms, pressing up and out of my foundation. Inhale, extend the left toes out, so switching sides now. Really extending through the toes here. I reach. Weight's going to want to come into the right side body. I'm going to keep it nice and even, or at least I'm going to set intentions to keep it nice and even. Building that strength in the body nice and slow. Navel draws up. I turn my left toes now towards the right side of the mat or the right side of the room, really dropping this left toes towards the right side of the room. Yeah, dropping this left hip bone, pressing up and out of the palms, extend through the crown of the head. The back of the neck is nice and long here, so there's no crunch, no drop. Beautiful straight line. Now inhale in, exhale, nose to knee. Navel draws up, lower belly. Inhale, extend, nice and slow. Don't let all the weight collapse into the right body, but keep it nice and center. Right side body, nose to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, extend. Keep the left toes extending. Draw your navel up towards your spine, press up and out of the left palm, and inhale, right fingertips, reach forward. So I'm reaching with my right fingertips, I'm extending through my left toes, heart's lifting, I'm pressing up and out of my foundation, I'm breathing deep, I might be trembling a little bit here, but I'm smiling, finding the ease, and on an exhale, I slowly lower down. Again, take a second to roll through the wrist if you need to. Breathe. We can always go to extended child's pose. Otherwise, I'm going to walk my fingertips forward, curl the toes under, and send it on back, downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet here for a couple breaths, and then arriving in a little bit of stillness here, letting the breath do the movement. Couple of action points here. Spreading awareness through all of my palm, all the knuckles, all 10 fingerprints. Really pressing up and out of the palms, finding this external rotation in the shoulders, and then this internal rotation in the tops of the thighs. Inhale, drop your left heel, slide the sole of the right leg up towards the heavens. Now, same thing we did in all fours here. I'm not going to let my weight come into the left side body, but I'm going to try to keep my shoulders square here. Maybe turn the right toes towards the left side of the mat to feel that right hip point or right hip bone dropping. Then everyone, inhale, lift your right foot a little bit higher as you drop your left heel. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, bending all the way up into our runner's lunge. Great, slowly lower that left knee down, come onto the top of the left foot. I interlace my fingertips, bring them to the top of the right thigh, and press my heart up, really paying attention to my footing here, so maybe coming to that nice wide base if that feels more stable. But then also integrating from the tail to the crown of the head, drawing that tailbone down. If you need to pad the knee here, you can. You can also double up on the mat here, like so, revealing the bottom of your mat to the world. Okay, so I'm here. I'm not sinking in just yet. I'm nice and stacked. So I'm, again, softening the lower rib cage. I'm lifting up through the crown of the head. Inhale, palms come together. Sinking in just yet. I'm nice and stacked. So I'm, again, softening the lower rib cage. I'm lifting up through the crown of the head. Inhale, palms come together. My legs are working super hard here, by the way. I'm squeezing my inner thighs in towards the center, and it's almost as if I'm trying to press up and out of that back leg. So I'm not soft and I'm not sinking in. I'm lifting up. Legs are nice and strong. Palms back together at the heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, now sinking forward with intention. On the exhale, bend the elbows, release the fingertips, open the shoulders wide. Palms back together at the heart. Inhale, lift the sternum to the thumbs. Exhale, interlace. Inhale in again as we reach the palms forward, up, and back. Breathing into that left hip crease. Bend the elbows, open the shoulders. Just moving with your breath here. One more. Inhale. Beautiful. Belly comes to the top of the thigh. Palms come to the mat. And I curl the back toes under and step it back. Downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet for a couple breaths. Then once again, finding that stillness. Knees can stay bent here as generously as you need. Breathe. Now drop the right heel, inhale, slide the sole of the left leg up. So I'm sole of the left foot. So I'm not just hoisting my left leg up. Okay? I'm using that integrated movement. So it's not what we're doing, but how we're doing it. The quality of movement here as I slide and extend, integrating every muscle fiber. Right heel continues to drop. Turn your left toes towards the right side of the mat, dropping that left hip bone. Pressing up and out of the palms. Breathe here, everyone. So even if the leg only goes this high or this high, that's great. But we're not wanting to come all the way into that right shoulder here, but keep the shoulders nice and square. Now on your next inhale, everyone lift your left leg a little bit higher, wherever it's at. And then take it on through. Carving a line with the knee up. And we come to the other side, dropping the right knee down, coming onto the top of that right foot. There's no rush in transition, so take your time here, interlace the fingertips, squeeze those inner thighs together, find that mula bandha, that lift from the pelvic floor. More on that later, and there's another video on that. As we inhale, loop the shoulders and come to find our footing. Squeeze the inner thighs together, palms come together at the heart. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Pelvis is going to want to tuck out here, but I'm going to draw it in. Lighting that fire in my belly. Inhale. And exhale, interlace. Here we go. Inhale. Gently, mindfully, with an attention on that back foot. So don't forget about your foundation. As I inhale, press it forward, up, and back. On an exhale, notice the sensations in the right of that hip crease, that right hip crease, as I bend the elbows and float it back. Sorry, it's hard to talk and feel the sensations here. I'm normally walking around the room while I'll do this. So sinking into that front knee, make sure it doesn't go past that front ankle as I reach forward, up, and back, opening the heart. Navel draws in as I exhale. And one more. Follow your breath. Inhale. Belly comes to the top of the thigh for stability. I plant my palms, curl my back toes under, and this time I'm going to lift that back knee and rock the back foot up to meet the front. Forward fold. Now often people ask me, "No, I can't do it in one step." Who cares? Take 10 billion steps. Enjoy the journey as we come all the way back up to forward fold, Uttanasana. In time, we'll build those intercostal muscles and we'll have the strength most likely to step that leg up, but it takes time. Let it all hang. Take a deep breath in. Uttanasana as we exhale. Grab the elbows if that feels good. Rock a little side to side. Then releasing the hands. Inhale, lift up to flat back position, your inversion. And exhale, soften and bow. Spiral the shoulders, open your palms, bend your knees, and reach it up. Inhale, full breath, full body experience. And exhale, back down at the heart. Jumping right in for more. Inhale, reach it up. Enjoy this next move as we exhale. Soften the knees and bow forward. Breathe, inhale, lift up, flat back position, your version. And exhale, soften and bow. Inhale, stepping the right leg back, runner's lunge. This time you can lower that back knee or keep it lifted as we spiral the shoulders and inhale, reach it up to high lunge. Exhale, drawing the shoulder blades in together and down. Peeling that left hip crease back, finding your footing, so drawing energy up from the earth. Inhale in here. Exhale, float the fingertips down and around to come together. Palms back at the heart. Okay, inhale. Squeezing the inner thighs together. We interlace here. And reaching forward. Inhale, palms reach forward. Up and back. On an exhale, you can stay here for a couple breaths, but on an exhale, we release. Same as before. Pressing into that back pinky toe. Inhale. Forward. Up and back. Exhale. Last time, inhale, interlace. To come out, belly comes to the top of the thigh. Step one. Step two, palms to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Lifting that back leg up. And we breathe. This time we can lower to the knees, but we're going to imagine a nice hurdle here in the center of our mat. We've done this in a couple other videos, and I'm really digging on the hurdle here in my public classes. So imagine there's a hurdle here. I'm going to draw the navel up and over, so I'm going over that hurdle. So rather than just sliding into plank, I'm going up and over. So pressing up and out of the earth. You can come to plank here or lower the knees for half plank, no problem. If you do lower the knees, make sure that we still create this nice long line from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone here. So we're not letting the pelvis poke out, or we're tucking it in, tailbone lengthening down towards the backs of the knees. Great, everyone. Inhale in here. Exhale, slowly go up and over back that hurdle, downward facing dog. Two more like that, up and over. And back. Last one, up and over. Navel draws up. Plank pose. And back. Up and over. Dropping through the heels. Lots of space between the ears and shoulders here. And then we inhale, lift the right toes, step the right leg up, runner's lunge. Now we can lower the knee here if we need to. Otherwise, we're going to keep it lifted, keeping a nice awareness in that left pinky toe here. Finding my footing, knees stacked above the ankle, and inhale, opening the hands. I reach it up as I press into my front foot. High lunge. Right hip crease is peeling back, breathing into the front of that left hip crease. Float your fingertips down and away, palms come together at the heart. Inhale, lift your sternum to your thumbs. Exhale, interlace. Here we go again. Find your expression, move with your breath. Inhale, pressing the palms forward, lengthening through the crown of the head, up, drawing a line, and back. Exhale, bending, softening through the elbows, we release. Inhale, reach forward, up and back, squeezing the inner thighs together for stability. On the exhale, soften and release. One more, inhale. Strong lower body, navel draws in. Exhale, lower belly in, elbows down. To come out, belly to the top of the thigh, step one. Step two, palms to the mat. I'm going to step it back to plank. I can go to half plank here. I'm going to show half plank here, crossing the ankles. I'm going to tuck my pelvis, lengthen down through the tailbone. Straighten my arms, press up and out of my foundation. Now I can do this here in plank as well. Chaturanga practice. So a lot of people are intimidated by chaturanga. Think about this as practice. As I inhale in, exhale, bend the elbows just halfway. Whatever your halfway is today. Now pressing back up. We're going to do 3 of these. We got this. Inhale. Don't let the neck go. Keep drawing the tailbone down towards the backs of the knees. On an exhale, bend your elbows. Notice how I'm not bending them left to right, but keeping them nice and close to the side body. Press it up. Even if you only bend half an inch here, that's gravy, baby. It's got to start somewhere, right? Transformation is hard, but that's what we're here for. Inhale in, marrying it with the ease. Nice and long in the neck. Now this time, either with the knees on the floor or lifted in plank, I'm going to lower all the way down nice and slow, or lower down till you collapse down, my friends, and come onto the belly. Go ahead and take a couple seconds here to rock a little side to side. Smile. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale, bring the tops of the feet to the mat. Heels are in line with the hip points here. Drawing the tail down, pelvic bone or pubic bone pressing to the earth. I'm going to inhale, drawing the elbows, underneath the shoulders, spreading the palms nice and wide, elbows underneath the shoulders. Again, pressing into my foundation by pressing into the pubic bone, pressing into the tops of the feet, and then growing tall from there, and then finding that extension through the crown of the head. So I'm not crunching in the neck here. I'm really allowing the shoulder blades to draw in and together and down. Spread the palms, and then my elbows kind of have this active sensation. They're even drawing away from each other, as if I were trying to tear the mat in half. Strong foundation. As from there, I grow tall, extending through the crown of the head. Now soften the lower rib cage in again. Breathing into the abdominal wall. Feeling the sensations in the body, not giving up with the integrity, so really pressing into the foundation. No collapsing into the bones here. Now, maintain that as we inhale in. Again, pressing through the foundation. Exhale, draw a line with your nose past your right shoulder. Shoulder blades in and together and down. I find that extension in the crown of the head here, really breathing into the left side of the neck. Then exhale, come back to center. And same thing on the other side, taking it to the other side. Drawing a line with the nose past the left shoulder as I breathe into the right side of the neck, but also press up and out of my foundation and extend through the crown. Lots of sensations here as I inhale in. Exhale, back to center. Slowly drop your chin to your chest. Release. Palms go to where the elbows were here. We curl the toes under. And first we press it to the top of a push-up. Inhale. Exhale, back. Facing dog, pedal the feet. Now, you can experiment with how long or short your dog is here. I'm going to inhale in, walk my toes up just a little bit, bend my knees generously, belly comes to the tops of the thighs. Now, remember that hurdle, that up and over action as I bend the knees generously and just play around. Open yourself up to a new experience, bend the knees, and then inhale in, and exhale, hop towards the front of your mat. If you don't make it, walk up towards the front edge of the mat and let it hang over. Uttanasana. Grab the elbows, rock a little side to side. Breathe in and out. Release the hands. Inhale, lift up to flat back position, your version. Remember, we can mix and match here. And on an exhale, soften and bow. Bend the knees, spiral the shoulders, open the palms. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale back down at the heart.
Can I do that inhale, reaching up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Soften in the knees, open the palms, spiral the shoulders, and inhale, reach it up. Nice, full, deep breath. Palms kiss together over the head, and I exhale back down at the heart. Jumping right in, inhale, reach it up. Last time. Exhale, soften the knees as I dive forward. Enjoy this move. Inhale, lift to flat back, your version. Long, beautiful neck. Exhale, soften and bow. Heel toe the feet together. Plant the palms by bending your knees and hop it back to plank. Exhale, soften the knees as I soften in the knees, open the palms, spiral the shoulders, and inhale, reach it up. Nice, full, deep breath. Palms kiss together over the head, and I exhale back down at the heart. Jumping right in, inhale, reach it up. Last time. Exhale, soften the knees as I dive forward. Enjoy this move. Inhale, lift to flat back, your version. Long, beautiful neck. Exhale, soften and bow. Heel toe the feet together. Plant the palms by bending your knees and hop it back to plank. Surprise yourself. Great. Stretch out through the backs of the legs. Remember that sit bone to heel connection as I press up and out of the palms. Inhale in. Keep extending through the left heel. Lift your right leg up. Doesn't have to be a big lift, just a little lift. Now for 5 nice long deep breaths, I'm going to move this leg. Remember finding the ease. Remember hovering in that tabletop position where I press up and out of the palms. 2 more breaths here. You can do it. Navel towards the spine. find the grace, find the ease. Exhale, release, knees come to the mat. Come onto the tops of the feet, fingertips walk back up to the tops of the thighs. And we inhale, spiral the shoulders, reach it up. Tailbone draws down as the palms come together at the heart. Great, diving back in for more. Roll your wrists a couple of times. Back to tabletop position. Then curl your toes under, send it back to plank. Sit bone to heel connection, pressing up and out of the palms, extension through the crown of the neck, crown of the head, long, beautiful neck. Send that energy through your right heel first, it's gonna help. And then inhale in, exhale, lift the left leg, 5 breaths. You can let it just stay, spreading the toes, or I find it helps to move. Moving, breathing, smiling. Strong upper body, strong core, nice awareness from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. 2 more breaths here as you lift the back of that left thigh towards the sky. And then exhale, when you're ready, lower down. Go ahead and bring the 2 big toes together, widen the knees as wide as the mat, and send it back to extended child's pose. This time, knees nice and wide, palms are gonna come together and swing forward, up and back here. Palms in prayer, kind of coming into a little shark fin here. As we rock a little left to right, and breathe. Then forehead rests on the mat. Fingertips can soften here. On your next inhale, imagine breathing into your lower back. Feel the skin of your back stretch as you breathe in. And on an exhale, imagine sending your sit bones down to kiss the soles of your feet. Feeling that stretch in the shoulders, the arms. Now remember, it's not what we're doing, but how we do it. So pay attention to your quality of movement on this next move. As we inhale, slowly draw a line with the nose, look forward, fingertips come down. Enjoy your focus here as you spread the palms. Finding what feels good, lifting the heart up and over, we come back to all fours. Walking the knees underneath the hips, wrists directly underneath the shoulders. Now inhale in here, press up and out of your foundation. You can curl the toes under here. Actually, that's all. Go ahead and curl the toes under here. And start from this hovering place as we lift the knees, and then send it up and back. Down dog. Inhale in, exhale, keep the toes curled under as we drop the knees. 2 more like this, press up and out. Down dog. For a little more here, you can bend the elbows halfway, then send it up and back. Let's do 1 more. Keep those elbows in line with the shoulders. Downward facing dog. Great, walk your dog out a little bit longer here, pedal the feet, take a deep breath in, exhale, go up and over the hurdle, chaturanga practice, hugging those elbows into the side body, send your gaze slightly forward as we rock forward onto the toes, elbows hug in, we slowly lower down or lower down until we collapse down and smile, laugh, forward, loop the shoulders, inhale, lift up, cobra, no crunching in the back of the neck, exhale, soften and release. Curl your toes under, press up to plank. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Drop the heels. Okay, now hang with me as you drop the left heel. Inhale, slide the sole of the right leg up. As you exhale, body, send your gaze slightly forward as we rock forward onto the toes. Elbows hug in. We slowly lower down or lower down until we collapse down and smile, laugh. Forward, loop the shoulders. Inhale, lift up, cobra. No crunching in the back of the neck. Exhale, soften and release. Curl your toes under, press up to plank. Inhale. Exhale, down dog, drop the heels. Okay, now hang with me as we drop the left heel. Inhale, slide the sole of the right leg up. As you exhale, I'm going to take my right knee forward and around to kiss the right elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, right knee carves a line straight through center, nose to knee, navel draws up. Inhale, drop the left heel, right toes up. Exhale, shifting forward, right knee to left elbow, they kiss. And we step the right leg up into our lunge. From here, squeeze the inner thighs together, spiral the shoulders. Inhale, send everything up. Sinking into that front knee, palms come together, jive, the celebratory namaste. And then exhale all the way back down. Vinyasa, plant the palms, step it back to your plank or half plank. Experiment, hug the elbows into the side body, send your gaze forward, shift your heart slightly forward, and slowly lower down all the way to the belly. And inhale, lift up, cobra. Follow your breath, exhale. Inhale, curl the toes under, draw your navel up, press into your palms, plank, and exhale, down dog. Drop the right heel, slide the sole of the left leg up, and inhale, coming forward. High lunge, spiral the shoulders, inhale, reaching the fingertips back to come up. Jai, palms kiss together above the head, and then exhale, belly to the top of the thigh, fingertips to the mat, as we step that right foot back to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, lift to flat back position, your version, and exhale, soften and bow. Now from here, heel toe the feet as wide as your mat. I'm going to come into the center of my mat to demonstrate this. Take a couple breaths here just to let it go. Notice how my knees are bent. No need to show off here. No need to lock the knees ever. So I'm wanting to let the body integrate and stretch nice and long. From crown to flat back position. High lunge, spiral the shoulders. Inhale, reaching the fingertips back to come up. Jai, palms kiss together above the head. And then exhale, belly to the top of the thigh. Fingertips to the mat. As we step that right foot back to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, lift to flat back position, your version, and exhale, soften and bow. Now from here, heel toe the feet as wide as your mat. I'm going to come into the center of my mat to demonstrate this. Take a couple breaths here just to let it go. Notice how my knees are bent. No need to show off here. No need to lock the knees ever. So I'm wanting to let the body integrate and stretch nice and long. From crown to tail. Great. So I'm going to turn to face you, but you stay just where you're at. Now, I'm going to open my toes a little bit wide. So your toes might, depending on how long your legs are, they might come off your mat. Feel strange here. Okay. Fingertips come to the mat as I inhale. Look forward just like I do in flat back position. Exhale, bend those knees. Drop your sit bones and come into a yogic squat. If you're like, ha ha, very funny, Adrian, then you might grab a block or a blanket and put it underneath your sit bones just to provide a little bit of lift stability. Or you might lift your heels and do it this way. So no worries if the feet are not flat on the ground. Okay? So what I am doing here is keeping that lift in my heart and this integrity that we've built, from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. So no matter what variation you're in, I'm not collapsing over, but I'm keeping this lift where my heart's plugging through. The palms can come together here at the heart if that feels good. Outer edges of the arms, press the knees wide if that feels appropriate. Otherwise, I can keep my palms or my fingertips steady on the ground, my friends. Now, a couple deep breaths to breathe into the hips, to keep that lift in the heart. The lower rib cage still softening in. Full body experience here as I breathe. Now, if your fingertips are on the mat, keep them there and keep breathing. If your palms are together, take a deep breath in, lift your sternum to your thumbs, and then interlace, and squeezing everything in, so almost as if you're trying to lift up from the pelvic floor. Interlace the fingertips, draw the tops of the thighs out and away as you press the palms forward, up and back. Then exhale, bending, release. Interlace, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, softening at the elbows. So I just don't want straight arms because then we don't get to kind of integrate that movement. It just kind of ends up being rigid. So let's try again. Interlacing. And then exhale, soften the elbows. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, draw your navel in. slowly release my palms to the mat. Find that lift in the heart to rock forward onto my feet. I'm going to turn to the side here just for you to see. Then from here, I'm going to walk my palms out, straight arms, and then slowly shift knees back underneath hips, tabletop position here. And then crossing the ankles, I'm going to mindfully come on through to seated, or I can sweep my legs to one side and come that way mindfully back on through to seated. Where I'll bring the soles of the feet to the mat and find that sit bone connection here as I draw up through my torso and find that lift in the heart here. Inhale, palms together. Now feet are not together, they're in line with my hip points. Palms together here, loop the shoulders. Inhale in, lift the heart, exhale, interlace. Inhale, open the knees wide, soles of the feet are going to come up. As you inhale, reach forward, up, and back. Now soften the rib cage here, navel towards the spine. Inhale in, exhale, float the fingertips away as the knees come in. Now, palms come together at the heart. I inhale, lift my sternum to my thumbs. Now, I can stay here. I can already feel my abdominal wall kind of engaging here. Can totally stay here, my friends. Or you can begin to walk your heels a little bit up and lift the soles of the feet. So again, I can stay here, or I can lift the soles. Now I'm not collapsing here. I'm using everything we did in our practice so far, particularly in the torso, from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone, to keep that integrity here, to keep that pressure out of the lower back, and to maintain this core strength from here to here. So not just here, but all throughout. Loop the shoulders. Inhale in, you can stay here, or exhale, send your fingertips forward, palms face up. So elbow creases towards the sky, just allowing the shoulders to drop in. So again, I have several variations here. Here, here, or here. Now inhale in, you can stay here or bring the fingertips to the backs of the legs, and I'm going to close the knees. So I'm just checking it. When the heart wants to collapse, then I'm going to take a step back and begin to breathe and find that lift in the heart again. Now I can stay here or inhale in and then exhale, straighten the legs, reach it up. Heart lifts as the toes reach up. Exhale, bend. Maybe coming to the fingertips here, lightening the load on the arms. Inhale, heart lifts up, toes reach up with heart, and then exhale. I'm feeling it. Inhale, reach it up, shoulders loop, open throat, chin lifts. Inhale, heart lifts, chin lifts, toes reach. Now you can stay here. Here, we have all these variations. Basically, I'm just giving you 1,000,001 variations to engage from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Slowly lowering, softening the lower ribs in. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, don't even worry about the posture, but inhale in. If you're feeling like you have this integrity in the spine, on an exhale, see what happens if you shoot your legs up and your fingertips forward. Inhale in, exhale, shoot it out. And then back. Inhale in, so we're not holding, we're just experimenting, playing. Inhale in, exhale, shoot it out. Inhale in, exhale, shoot it out. And one more time just for fun. Inhale in, exhale, look up. Great, fingertips come to the backs of the legs. We're all gonna enjoy this move as we inhale in, smile, and then exhale, rock it back. Rock it a couple times if it feels good. And then slowly we'll come to lay flat on the back. Taking a deep breath in, hugging the knees into the chest, just like we did before, rocking a little side to side. Now everyone relax your shoulders, relax your face. Feel the quality of air in the room. Now take the fingertips, interlace, bring them behind the head, elbows nice and wide here. Breathe into the armpit chest, inhale in. And then exhale, lift the shins parallel to the ceiling. Inhale in, as you exhale, lift the head, the heart, the elbows off the ground. And nice and easy, nothing fancy. We're just going to begin to alternate here, bringing the right elbow towards the left knee as we straighten through the right leg, and then switching. Move with the breath. Just a couple of these before we move onto flat back. nice and slow. Imagine you're at the pool. Feel the skin kissing your face. Even it out. Then we'll come back to hugging the knees into the chest, lowering the head, tucking the chin to lengthen through the back of the neck. Rock a little side to side if that feels good. Then exhale, release the hands, and allow your feet to come to the mat with a thud. If that felt great, do it a couple more times. Inhale, exhale, soles hit the mat. Feels awesome, that kind of ricochet here. Inhale, and one more. Great, recline twist, palms come to the mat. Come to the earth. And inhale, drawing the knees in. Exhale, melting the knees to the right. And here's where I pass it on to you. Keep your shoulders rooting down, but allow the knees to melt from one side to the other. Stretching those intercostals, but if you want to bring more awareness, more strength to the core, you cannot allow the legs to actually touch the ground and just let them hover. So each time I'm twisting and then using my navel to draw back. Find a way to synchronize this with the breath, of course. You can close your eyes. Great, go ahead and even it out here. And then allow the outer edges of the feet to come to the mat as we transition through a reclined butterfly here. Drawing the fingertips down, opening the palms, press into your head. Lift the shoulder blades up. Draw them in together and down so the shoulders are drawing down away from your ears here. So lots of space here. Lots of space between my lower back and the mat. Take a deep breath in here and exhale, sigh it out. Now you can stay here to finish your practice here today. And do not skip this pose, my friends. I'm tempted to skip this posture at home too, but take at least 5 breaths in a Shavasana today. Either with the soles of the feet together here, or 5 to 15 juicy minutes here as we draw the right leg out, the left leg out, let the legs open wide, let the armpit chest breathe. We close our eyes, we lengthen through the back of the neck, and we take this time to acknowledge ourselves first, taking a deep breath in, full of gratitude for taking the time to do a video today, to be with our bodies, to be with the breath. Hopefully collecting and gathering a little bit of information, creating a little bit of space, and toning and building strength in the body. Inhale, lots of love in, and exhale, let it go. Okay, so that was the third sequence in our Yoga for Weight Loss series. You can interchange this with the other 2 that we have thus far. We're going to have more coming in the future. But for now, just know that this is something that is not intended for you to master, yogi master right away. It's built to inspire you for transformation, either on the outside for summertime, on the inside for all the time, to find what feels good and be the best version of yourself. So have fun with it, take your time, do what you can, write questions, comments below, let me know how I can help you. And like I said, you can interchange this with the other 2 videos and have quite a yummy workout for your week. So I hope to hear from you. Thank you for all your feedback thus far, and namaste.